Have you ever gone on a trip of a lifetime and you go home, look back at the photos and wish you took better ones? This video is going to fix just that. By the end of this, you're gonna know exactly how to take better travel photos using just your phone or a basic camera. Nothing complicated, no fancy gear needed, just simple things you can actually use on your next trip to instantly improve your photos. If you're new to my channel, my name is RJ and I help people travel better. So if that's your jam, consider subscribing to my channel for more videos like these. Like this video while you're at it. And before we get into the video, I just wanna quickly say that if you want to go deeper into this topic after this, like my go-to camera settings, how I edit my photos step by step, how I actually plan shots when I'm traveling, and so much more, I put together a full members only breakdown video and I'll link that down below, and it's there if you want to take your travel photography to the next level. But for now, let's focus on the basics that will level you up. Before you even take a photo, it actually starts with a bit of planning and research. Instagram and Pinterest are amazing tools for this. Let's say you're going to Thailand and you're planning on hitting up the islands down south, then what I suggest you do is look into these places. If Phuket is one of them, then look at Phuket Inspos. Then from there, you can see how spots are actually captured. It will give you an idea of how to take photos and get you prepared. One of the easiest ways to instantly improve your travel photos is by simply waking up earlier. A lot of the best locations and touristy spots in the world get completely crowded later in the day, which makes it harder to get clean, simple shots. The biggest mistake people make is shooting in the middle of the day when the sun is harsh and directly overhead. That kind of light creates strong shadows, washed out colors, and flat looking images. If you show up early in the morning, not only do you get softer, better light, but you also get quieter scenes, which makes your photos feel way more intentional, less chaotic, and more majestic. If you can't avoid shooting in the middle of the day, just move into the shade. That one small change can instantly improve your photos. The next thing to think about is how you're actually framing your shots. Most people take photos like a tourist without really thinking about it. They stand in one spot by a sign or something, lift their phone or camera up, and take the shot. Not that there's anything wrong with taking photos by a sign. I mean, they're fine if you want to send it to your parents and all, but it doesn't really capture much. Instead, slow down and move around. Change your angle, get lower to the ground, or shoot slightly higher. Try not to just photograph the subject directly at eye level like most of the travelers out there, but instead build a scene around it. You can do that by including things in the foreground like trees, doorways, people walking by, or even parts of the buildings. This adds depth and makes your photos feel more like a moment instead of just a quick snapshot. If you're using a phone, a few simple things go a long way. First, always clean your lens because most people forget that and it makes a huge difference in sharpness. Second, avoid zooming in because it usually just lowers quality and it looks so pixelated. It's horrible. Instead, physically move closer to your subject. And third, tap to focus and slightly adjust your exposure before taking the shot so the image isn't too bright or too dark. If you're using a camera, don't stress too much about settings in the beginning. Learn the basics of it, sure, but focus more on light and composition rather than technical details. The truth is your eye matters more than your settings when you're just starting out. Also, never shoot in auto, always use manual even when you're just starting out. Another really important habit is taking multiple shots instead of just one, but always shoot with intention with every shot. Don't just set your camera on burst. It's a waste of time and it's pointless. It's not sports we're shooting. Try slightly different angles, different framing, and wait a few seconds to see how the scene changes. Sometimes people walking through the frame or a small shift in light can completely change a photo. Patience is also one of the easiest ways to level up your travel photography. If you're someone who's camera shy, or maybe you're traveling alone and don't really have anyone to take photos of you, don't let that stop you from getting great shots. I've traveled alone, and honestly, the only downside is that no one can really take photos of you, so I rely on my tripod and my timer, and you too could do the same. Even just propping your phone or camera up against something stable and using that timer or a remote will do just fine. And if you're in public and feel awkward being in front of the camera, start small, take more photos of your surroundings first while it's on a tripod, and slowly ease into including yourself in the frame. If you're just plain camera shy or don't know how to pose, don't worry, you don't need to pose perfectly either. Some of the best shots are just natural, candid, like moments like walking, looking around, or sitting somewhere and letting the scene feel real. Many are too focused on how they look, but the truth is the feeling of the photo matters way more than perfection, especially when you're traveling solo. And finally, remember that the best travel photos are not just about places, they're about moments. Anyone can take a photo of a landmark, but what makes your photo special is capturing life inside the scene. That could be someone walking through a street, a candid moment between people, or just movement in general that makes the photo feel alive. A good photo is supposed to make you feel some type of way, so the next time you snap a photo, think about what sort of feeling you want to convey. So to quickly recap, good photos come down to research, that's being prepared, better light, moving around instead of standing still, keeping things simple with your gear, taking multiple shots with intentions, and focusing on moments instead of locations. If you apply even a couple of these things, you'll notice a huge difference in your photos almost immediately. Again, if you want to go deeper into this in the member sections only, I break down my exact shooting process, my camera and photo settings, and how I edit everything to get a consistent look across my travel photos. But start with these basics and you're already ahead of most people. Well, I hope you got something out of this. I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.